I've always wanted to know how to make bath salts, and I don't know how. All 8 episodes of the Duchess of Sussex's brand new show have dropped overnight. You remember we were saying yesterday will be one a week, I can't wait, and it's the whole thing.
It's the whole shebang. For more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. What's the verdict on With Love, Meghan?
Well, look, I think we have to say first up that anything Meghan Markle does, although she's not Meghan Markle anymore, we actually will have to have an editorial discussion about this because she wants to now be Meghan Sussex. So anyway, Meghan Markle, the actor formerly known as Meghan Markle, has dropped all 8 episodes, and of course, being her, reactions will be mixed. To be honest, what I'm seeing, mostly negative. But anything she does is going to get criticised and dissected. I think also with all the hype and the build-up to it, people have been expecting her to reinvent the wheel, and she's not doing that at all. These sort of happy homemaker segments and shows have been around since day one of television. So she's not doing anything new in that department. So, having said all that, yes, the critics are not being kind to it at all. People who have watched all 8 episodes, and I haven't done that, are saying it's beautifully shot. I mean, she admits there's a crew of 80 people in the house, which, of course, bear in mind, is not her house. They rented another house nearby. But there's a crew of over 80 people there. So it looks stunning from a television point of view. I have no idea what all 80 people were doing, but they've ended up with a great show. Now, I'll show you a little clip of this. In this one, she is with the actress and writer Mindy Kaling, and they are making caprese tea sandwiches. If you ever wanted to know how to make them, then this is the show you need to be watching today. Have a look at this.
Means so much.
Well, I love it too. She's just so relatable. She's just so down to earth and relatable. Now, Lady C has reviewed it.
Before we move on, it's the name that the Queen gave them when she bestowed the title of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on them. Just pointing that out.
I could not love her any.
I know. Well, Lady C's reviewed it. Now, Kylie, do you think, what are the odds that Lady C is giving it a good review?
Yeah, look, I did watch, I watched a little bit of it last night because it dropped quite late. Like, as you say, it's beautiful to look at, but I love it.
Yeah. But Lady C has said this about it. Now, her review, and she says she's watched it all. Watching the swirl of the water in a lavatory bowl after it's been flushed is more interesting than this deadly, dull series. It's the biggest bore-a-thon imaginable. Just thinking about having to return to watching it droops one's eyelids and makes the prospect of chewing cement appealing. So I don't think that's a good review. Can you pick out a word from that, you know, in the posters, they always pick out a word. Even if it's a dreadful review, they still pick out a word and they use it. But I think they're going to have trouble with that one.
Yeah, off the back of this, we've got to move on, Pete, but she has dropped a new product line and a newsletter as we move on.
Yeah. So, interestingly, though, and I think this is very bad, seriously, this is a bad coordination here because in the frenzy of the excitement today, a lot of people may have gone to asever.com and thought, I'm going to buy up some of her flour sprinkles or her jam, which turns out is not jam, actually. It's raspberry spread, or her honey, all that stuff. But it's actually not available for sale, which I would have thought is a real miss on her part. You would think they would have coordinated that better. You can register for when it does become available, so we'll keep you up to date when that does happen.
Clever business model. Thank you, Pete.